You can never tell me. You can never tell me. I won't rise.
Everybody's heard. Everybody's appreciated. We got life in the building. Me. We got cameras. We rolling. We moving. I love it. So what's going on, guys? Like, what is happening?
Day of the life, man. I was in the studio last night with Murph.
How was that, bro?
I was pretty good. I mean, we just were going through our songs and shit, and just seeing what we can change, add, whatever. Like nothing needs to be changed, man. It's all clean. Like so, we're just gonna set it up for mixing and mastering, and
there you go.
Gonna get that shit out there.
Word. There you go. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Man. I love that.
Just trying to keep rolling, man. You know what I mean? I feel like it's been a while since I've made like a big push for anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so. I feel that. I've like definitely, especially after last episode with Thou Shall Be Named next week when you see it. But just everything that he shared definitely put a lot of things in perspective of and I respect people that have shared with me things on, releasing music and stuff. But like at the same time, I'm just like, no, I think I need to go back to the way that I love to work.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Well, I mean, that makes sense, dude. That's like
instead of operating in a way like you think it should be done. Like we're already doing it. Like we've already been doing it.
It should always be internal. You know what I mean? What feels the best for you and how you create. Like, like even me, I have my own system. I have what I do. It's what it works for me. I found when I do stray from it doesn't work out for me. So I always divert back to why I started and how I started this. So it kind of makes sense that you would do that on a musical aspect too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's art. It's art at the end of the day, no matter how you look at it. Like,
right.
If you're in front of the camera, behind the camera, or you don't want to press and record, or you want to actually speak into the microphone. At the end of the day, it's a form of art, and art comes through you in a certain way.
Yeah.
And I think every person has their own different way, and once they find that way, it creates beautiful art in general, whether it's reels, whether it's songs, whether it's actual paintings, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And the same the same aspect as I forgot what I was gonna say.
Got him.
Continue, Krispy.
No, you're good. You're good. Yeah, I respect what the person shared with me as far as how they thought that I should release music, because I get it. That's just the way that we're in. But then like hearing the other side, I'm just like, man, okay. I think in just comfortability and just knowing, like I may not do it as maybe frequent as they have said that I should do it, but still spacing it out a little bit more personally.
Yeah.
As far as releases and just absorbing what I've released, you know what I mean? Like taking the time. It's almost like the conversation that we have with Life. It's like, in when he was releasing music and everything else, we were just like, dude, like take a break, like take, pause, let people like kind of appreciate what it is that you've released, not, and then you're like, all right, I'll take a whole entire year off from releasing music. But, it's in that sense of just allowing people to let the music breathe, and just allowing people to just like embrace it and sit with it for a little bit before, we throw something else at them.
Yeah.
And then it comes down to the question of what's too long for you.
Right.
You know what I mean? How long do you truly let a song breathe before? And I think also that has to do a lot with what your ultimate goal is with it. You know what I mean? And like, let's take Russ for an example. Like that dude dropped a song a week or whatever, and like that's how he blew up. But that was his game plan going into it. Like, I want to blow at the time. This is how it needed to be done. And he went and did it and executed it beautifully, by the way. You know what I mean? But I feel like if Russ didn't feel in his body, in his soul, that was the right thing to do, I don't think he would have done it. Like, just given that's based off the interviews I've watched with him, you know what I mean, about him and stuff like that he's been on. But
it's
so
like
really that's kind of like what you have to ask your question though, is you personally like maybe at the time Russ felt like a week was enough for people to sit on a song.
Yeah.
Where you created the song and you're like, no, like I feel like people can sit on this for 3-4 weeks, a month,
Yeah.
2 months, 6 months, whatever it may be. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, it's like Tyler, the creator, too. I think he drops, what is it, every odd year or every even year, whatever it is.
Right. Yeah.
Like, so, it's in the same, it's in the same principle as what you're saying. It's like,
Right,
people
exactly.
choose to drop when what is comfortable for them, or
Correct.
if there's a superstition that is tied to it, whatever it may be. I have no idea why he picks odd or even or whatever it is. But just to use that as an example, it's like, people are going to choose when they want to drop. That, like you said, works best for them.
Yeah,
at the
I mean,
end
shit,
of the day.
dude. NF drops an album, does a world tour, and then disappears for 3 years.
Facts.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, and everyone's like, "Yo, where are you?" And then he comes back and drops an album, does a world tour, disappears for 2 years. You know what I mean? That's what's worked for him. I think
But
with every artist, it's different. You know what I mean? As far as what will work for you and what won't work for you, you just need to remember why you're doing it and what you're doing it for, and do what feels right to you in your soul. You
And
know
like
what I mean? So
honestly too, like if you have a lot of songs, like why not just let them all fly? I mean, obviously, like not. I mean, you can drop a song a week, but like it just depends on like what your flavor is. You know what I mean? It could be once a month, every 2 months,
right.
Whatever it is. Just get it out there.
Yeah, don't be afraid to release it. I know there's some people that like stock up on stuff and then they're like, oh, I don't know if I should release it or not. Like, dude, just release it because you never know if it's going to be that hit. Like, you really don't know.
And like, it's easy to like hyperfixate hyperfixate on like the algorithms and stuff like that. And,
I mean,
how to drop certain stuff. I mean, just it really depends. You know what I mean? If you're dropping an album, like you gotta have like a video, at least one video lined up, or there's a bigger rollout for that. You know what I mean? But if it's just like one song, like drop it, like make a little like lyric video, have some reels and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
For sure. Were you gonna say something, Krispy?
I was, but I lost it.
This dude,
bro,
this
dude,
guy.
my mind's fried. Yo, I'm all hopped up on cough medicine, dude.
I was gonna ask you, how you doing, man?
So,
how you doing?
I don't even know, bro. I really don't. On dogs, dude. Like, so this morning I woke up, I felt like I feel like I got hit by a Mack truck, dude. You know what I mean? Like, everything just hurt. It hurt to walk. It hurt to move.
That's like Pastor.
Yeah, no, it like whatever. I got up, you know what I mean? I slept a little late. I went in a little late. Whatever, dude.
Fair.
It's all gravy. Nothing happens bad. You know what I mean? As long as I'm there by like 8 the latest, we're good. You know what I mean? So
right.
When I'm saying late, bro, like so usually I go in for 5:30. My going in late is like 6 o'clock. You know what I mean? So like that's still like earlier than the average human being. But anyways, so we have this wonderful lady. Her name is Jeannie, and she's our dispatch for the trucks. You know what I mean? She handles all the problems and all that shit throughout the day.
Yeah, anyways, look what Ashley does.
Bro, she's amazing, dude. I love her, dude. She's awesome. She orders me whatever I need. I need cups. I need personal coffee. She orders it, dude. She's just great, dude. So anyway, like today, I walked in. She's like, "How you feeling?" I was like, "She's like, yo, you look like dump." And I was like, "Yeah, I feel like dump, dude." You know what I mean? And she gave me this mixed, like not mixed drink. It obviously wasn't alcohol. I'm at work.
Yeah.
But it was like. But it had like ginger in it. It had like mad like different spices and stuff like that. And like it was labeled the flu cure.
Fair.
The flu cure.
The flu cure, right?
The flu cure. Yeah, like cure, like a flu or like flu bomb or something.
Yeah.
She was like, "Yo, drink this, dude. It's supposed to you'll be good." And I was like, and she's like, "No, Chris." And I was like, "All right, Jeannie, it's you. I trust you. I'll take it." First of all, yo. This drink was horrible, dude. Okay?
Yeah.
Bad. It's like, yo, I smelt it. That was a big mistake. I should have just slugged the thing. You know what I mean? But anyway, so I slug it down, dude. And about like 2 hours later, I'm like, I go over and I'm like, yo, I'm feeling fucking hella nice, bro. Like, all right. You know what I mean? And then I went outside. I did some work outside for a couple hours. I came back in. And I walked back over there. And she's like, "What happened to you? You look like death right now." And I was like, "I don't even know." But then, like later on in the day, I got like, "Wait, now I'm fine. Look at me. Like I'm Gucci, bro." Like so, like that's how it's been the last I don't know, 72 hours where it's just been like,
Yeah,
I feel like
up and
dog
down.
do, I'm great. I feel like dog do, I'm great. It's like, just like, yo, this hot, cold weather, just make up your mind. I'm
Yeah, that
either
too.
starting to get sick or like, I like dodge it and it just hits me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, just like rolled off my cheek or something like that.
Yeah,
You know
just
what I
bobbing
mean?
and
Like,
weaving through
but yo,
sickness.
like, I'm prepared either way. Just make up your mind. Are we gonna wake
Yeah.
up Gucci tomorrow, or are we gonna wake up like on dogs tomorrow and just being like, oh, I'm calling out? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
So
how
I
Pastor
think,
was.
yo. So to answer your question, right now, in this moment, feeling pretty good.
Feeling pretty good. Word.
Given an hour, it might change, dude. I don't even
Right.
know, bro.
Nah, you
I
need to just
that's how up and down these last 72 hours have been with this. I don't even know if it's a flu, it's a cough. I literally don't even know what it is. I just know that like I wasn't trying to give it to y'all.
yeah. Nah, you gotta end the episode and just go right to bed.
No,
Yeah, facts, bro. No, I'm gonna
And you
need
don't have to
some.
commute this time. You don't no commute
Yeah,
today. So it's
yeah,
like, yo,
no, facts,
just
dude.
hit end and roll over and just hit the bed and go to sleep.
Facts, dude. May cook some eggs real quick before I go to eat
This
today.
guy and
'Cause
his eggs
yo,
before
I
he
didn't have
goes to
I
bed is
didn't
a
have time to
ritual.
eat before I
it's
signed
clutch though,
on.
right?
Yo, it's clutch, bro, dude. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know. There's something about eggs at 9 o'clock at night just tickles my fancy
It's
sometimes, bro.
protein,
You know what I
man.
mean?
Yeah, protein for sure. Protein. Facts.
And like, I'm sure that's what my body needs right now. It's all the strength it can get, so might as well eat as much protein as I can. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Nah, my week has been. I mean, my past like week and a half has been kind of trash.
But dude,
in
I
a
feel you
sense.
on that, bro.
But
Like,
it's
on like for real, like
yeah,
on the low, I try not to indulge too much in my personal life and personal part because like yo, I live a pretty comfortable life. Like if you step back and you
same.
look at my
Yeah,
life, bro, like what do I have to complain about?
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
What do you? Yeah.
why am I so right now? So I get it, Jay.
Mhm.
I get it 1,000%, dude.
Yeah. No, there's been so much that I've had to do when it comes to work and the pod, the music, and stuff. In the sense of the way my brain works is I just want to get everything done. I get an idea and I want to act on it. But
Yeah.
then it's, work adds on to it. You got to make sure that you're doing all this stuff for your job. But then as you're working, something else comes in that you weren't expecting. And then you have to put something to the side and then you have to go and fix that other thing. And then you start going back to the other thing. But then as you're working on that thing, you think of something else and then you got to go and do that other thing. And you're just like,
and then you
Ooh,
get everything
squirrel.
taken care of. Oh, I'm good, man. I'm Gucci. I'm having the best week of my life. And then something else hits. Boom, motherfucker.
yeah.
Your truck goes down, your car, whatever.
Oh, that too. I had to
For
get.
real,
Like
bro.
what?
No, it's
Like,
the worst, bro.
I went in for an inspection and I had to get my back control arm fixed or whatever. Like that was the only thing that didn't pass. Like what the fuck is that? Like what could possibly go wrong with? You know what I mean? Like
Are
my
you
car's
making
driving
stuff
fine
up
still.
right now?
Yeah,
Dude, what's up with my watch?
for real.
Yeah, I just got my inspection yesterday.
Oh,
It was
really?
for January. So this is how bad I've been the past couple of years when it comes to doing inspection. My original inspection was December. I'm now like booking for February's now because I've waited so long on a couple years. Because like they don't have the
got
stickers
balls,
anymore.
Bro. Driving around with no stickers like that, dude. An expired sticker, dude.
Yeah, man.
Hey, it is what it is sometimes.
Hey,
man,
they let me on the base. They let me on the base to go to work. I'm cool. Like,
yeah, facts, bro.
I can still go to work. I'm gravy. Well, we have an auto body shop on base, and I was just nervous because the year before they said that they were failing me for my e-brake, and so I went to buddy of ours from church, his friend, or his mechanic, and he like took the whole thing apart. Like I dumped my truck off for a night, a day, whatever. Took the whole thing apart. He's like, yo, there's nothing wrong with your truck. Like there's nothing wrong with it.
Right.
So then like he threw it back all together and I went to a different shop and they approved it like right away.
That's weird, bro.
So I'm just
trying to get money out of you, dude.
Well, I didn't pay for it because they like they were like, hey, like this is what's wrong. Like, we could either like basically like charge you and then put a rejection sticker on it, or you know, take it, go get fixed, and come back. Like they at least gave me the heads up with that, which is cool.
All right. Okay. That's
Shout
cool.
out for that.
Cool.
But
Yeah,
I was
facts, bro.
so I was just hesitant because I'm like, yeah, it's right there. Like I can literally like drop it off and then go right back to work.
Right.
But I don't want to go through another hassle of, oh, there's something wrong that I know probably isn't, and then waste more time because now I have to go get said thing fixed, and then come back and do it all over again.
That you know, something that they could be overcharging you on. Like some things are reasonable, you know what I mean, but the other ones are just like, oh, I don't know, man. Like, is it really that high?
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, so I was just
absurd, bro.
Yeah, so I was
to have your
super
vehicle
nervous.
work on. It's absurd, dude. It's like, damn, bro. At least take me out to dinner first.
Yeah, no,
You know what I
seriously,
mean?
seriously. So I took it, and it's kind of funny. So I dropped it off, and mind you, I like live out of my truck, as probably many of us do, or live out
Not
of our
literally,
cars,
folks.
whatever.
Jay has a home that he lives
I do have a
in.
home,
It's a
but
figure of speech.
but I have a bag. I have like a bag for everything, and I just ordered some stuff, you know, for the pod and just like personal stuff. And so there's stuff all in the back seat. So I drop it off, and then they call me like 10 minutes later, and I'm thinking, hey, your e-brake is jacked up. You know, you need to get it fixed. I'm like, here we go. Like I can see the number pop up. I'm like, here we go. They're gonna tell me something's wrong. Hey, so they need to test the rear seat belts. But there's too much stuff back there.
The rear seat belts.
Like they have to like click them in and like test them.
That's funny.
And make sure that they lock, because you know how like sometimes if you overstretch it and then you're like they have to make sure that it does that.
Right.
So
it's a safety feature.
Yeah, it's just one of the safety features. But there was too much stuff in the back. So I was like, can you come like move the stuff? So then I had to go all the way back over there. I mean, granted, it's not far. It's on base.
No,
it's like,
still, bro, like you don't need to plug it in to do that. You could literally just pull it out and test it. Like, you know, why does it need to be plugged in for it to go? It doesn't need to be plugged in and go. Like, I don't know.
Shout out to Big Fat Mike. What's up, Big Fat Mike? How you doing, bro? Good to see you. Thanks for popping in. Just saw the comment.
Salute
Appreciate
to you,
you.
sir.
Shout out on YouTube. Appreciate you so much. Make sure you guys check out our latest episode that is up right now, episode 125 with Bees and Thank You. Shout out to them for taking the time to sit on the couch, share their story. Amazing story, amazing initiative that they are into. So I appreciate you guys so much. So yeah, so I almost wanted to be like the bad guy and just be like, yo, just move it. But I'm like, no, like take it back, Jay. Like let's be kind. Let's be, you know, let's try to take the more righteous route and just go and move it real quick. If that's the worst of my issues when it comes to getting my inspection, I'll take it.
Bro, it's gonna be a $50 removal fee, dog.
Yeah. But I mean, I get it. I get it because I mean, you know, they're liable for stuff. So if, you know, something goes missing or, you know, they move the duffel bag and something breaks, you know, obviously they're liable for it. So, you know, they're avoiding that. Word, shut up, Mike. Chilling, man. Chilling. Yeah, us too. We're just chatting. Just catching up.
Did we lose the live on
honey that they
Instagram?
gave
I was gonna
us.
hop on that shit.
That's why I stepped away, but I couldn't find it.
Are we still live on Instagram? It says.
No, we're not.
We're not, huh?
Yeah,
we're not live on Instagram.
Oh, that's all right.
It's all right.
Sorry for the people on Instagram.
Hey, Instagram. Hi.
If you're there,
you
sorry.
Hi,
it says it on my end. It says it on my end.
Rude. We're just gonna say hi. How you doing, Instagram?
Yeah, because I could see you. I could see everything that you're trying to do. But anyways,
cool. Well, either way, I'm popped up on Facebook right now.
What are you rolling at like 480?
Yeah, probably. I don't even know, dude. I tried finding the setting to see if I could change it, and I couldn't find it, so I gave up, dude.
Yeah, Mike, how y'all doing out there, man? How's your week been? How's everything with you guys since we last? I know it wasn't too long ago that we chatted, but you know, just saying what's up since you're here. You're just catching up on our weeks. Yeah, for sure. Big facts. Big facts.
Bees and thank you.
What else? Yeah, big facts. Bees, the trees, and the human beings. What's up,
bro? What's up?
But yeah, man, this week. So just a lot on my plate that I'm just trying to. But I've been trying to just take a step back, and like you said, Crispy, one, it's really not as bad as it could be. Things
really
could
not.
totally be worse. And then two, dude, just get what you can get done in the day. Whatever
Yo, it's
doesn't get
always
done,
tomorrow. It's always
just
tomorrow, man.
get
I
to it
mean, there's
tomorrow.
not
If it
always
comes,
tomorrow, but that's what they
yeah,
say. It's always
I get what
tomorrow.
you're saying. Yeah,
You know what I mean?
like
Pretty
leave
much.
it for tomorrow. Leave work and just and I've been just going home and just trying to like decompress and relax and not try
Yeah.
to stress out about it and just leave
Yeah.
that stuff at work and call it a day. Try not to worry about it. There's nothing I can really
I
do.
feel you 1,000%.
Yo, who
man.
is this dude Lewis popping in on Facebook?
New fan, dog.
Like, what is this, bro?
Don't be
like,
fucking- don't
get
be-
out
don't be
of
talking to your
here.
fans like that. The
Yo,
fuck?
who is this dude? Look at this dude on the screen, man.
Oh, that dude. I heard he smells like
bro.
rhinos.
Dude, like, what is that,
It
man?
smells like ass and rhinos. I heard.
No, I didn't say ass. You're the one that said ass. I just said rhinos.
Well, he does smell like ass.
So, Big Fat Mike said,
Everything's cool. I had one event. Super Smash Brothers tournament.
"Oh, dope."
Right. Right. Yo, Super Smash Brothers, baby. Yo, back in my day, that meant something different. But I know what you're talking about.
Dude, our kids love Super Smash. So we're doing esports at my program.
Yeah.
And like, yo, they be all over Super Smash, like all day, dude. If I could let them play all day, they would.
Yo, I talk a big game in Super Smash Brothers. I ain't good though, but yo, I talk a big game. Yo, I'll take on anybody, dude. And then I lose horribly.
You're the first one out.
I don't even care, bro. I don't even care. I just like the poop talking of it. You know what I mean? I just like the poop talking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mike
I feel like with Super Smash Bros, bro, all poop talking is allowed. I don't even care, bro. I don't care how bad you are, how good you are. You want to poop talk away, bro.
Yeah,
exactly. And if you can't handle it, then you shouldn't be playing.
Yeah,
shouldn't be playing with me
bro.
anyway. You shouldn't be playing with me.
Like, yo, it's just a video game. Get over
Can't
yourself.
roll with the big dogs.
That's what I do when I play basketball with the kids. I'll push them around, and I'm like, "Yo, I'm not going easy on you guys. Like, we fighting. Like, not literally, but
no.
I'm gonna dunk on you.
I don't like to lose,
facts,
so we
bro.
gonna go.
Yo, I'm going to cross you up. I'm going to embarrass you. I don't care. You know why I'm going to do it? Because when I was your age, people did it to me. It's called tradition.
Yeah.
And I'm not breaking tradition.
Yeah, you need people to do that. You need to understand that there's gonna be bigger, that there's gonna be faster people than you.
Hey, and you know what? I feel like a lot of people in this world, okay, whether it's our generation and the younger, because I do feel like our generation does tie into it somewhat. You know what I mean? But in life and in this world, there are winners and there are losers.
Amen to that.
In every aspect of life.
Amen to that.
And I feel like that's one thing that society has put aside is that the fact that there are winners and losers in life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
So, yeah, for sure.
I'm not going too deep into it. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to. Like, you know what I'm saying, dude? I'm just general statement, man. You know
Speaking
off
the top.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
little freestyle.
Shit, if someone wants to deep dive with me, yo, DMs me. Let's have a conversation about it.
Right.
I'll gladly have a conversation about it. A respectable conversation about it.
Respectable,
okay?
Absolutely.
Respectable.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these people that have different opinions from what me, you, or life may choose to believe in, like people have different opinions, but like, yo, I at the end of the day respect your opinion. And I expect that 100%. Back if you want to have a conversation. If
100%.
you're not going to be respectful about it, then don't even bother, please.
Yeah.
Right. I got
the
so
door
much
is that
going
way.
on. I don't have time for that nonsense. But
I'm not here for
if you want to have a respectable conversation about it, then DM me privately. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, I'm not here to have the unnecessary back and forth where we're not going to find some type of common ground.
No, there needs to be a common ground, bro.
You say that, I say this. You say that, I say this. You say that, and then you come back with this, and then I come back with dude, it doesn't go anywhere. So
we gotta have a common ground to start the conversation. If we can't have a common ground, then you know what? Delete. I'm not even entertaining it, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm super excited. So I got kind of invited to next week the basketball teams for the middle school. They do every year they verse the staff at the school, and I've been like dying to want to play like in this game, and they finally invited me to play, so I'm gonna play next Friday. I'm so excited. I was like, yo, I am about to dunk on
plug it.
everybody.
What's the date where it's at?
No, it's on base. It's on base. It's for the middle school.
Okay. So it's during work hours type
Yeah.
All right.
Pull to the game tickets at Celtics.com.
Let me tell you real quick,
I'm on that 3-day contract. What's up with it?
The boys
Yo,
not
listen, I'll
on
take
the two pass go list to get on your base. Okay, I've been kicked off military bases before.
Listen, I'll take a 3-day contract. Let's go.
When I worked for Longchamp Electric when I was a kid.
This guy.
I had a criminal record at the time, right? So like it took a couple days for the criminal background to go through, obviously. But military police came up to me and they were like, "Yo, grab your stuff. See you, bye." And I was like, "Oh, okay." Like I already knew, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they do background checks right at the gate as they're checking you in.
Yeah, they don't.
It's crazy.
They don't play, bro. They don't play.
Yeah, Big Fat Mike, 100% respect. Respect is number one. Always got to have respect, especially when you're having those kind of conversations.
Facts, man. We gotta I have homies where we have different opinions on, but at the end of the day, we respect each other and we have good conversations about it. You know what I mean?
Facts. That's what's important. As long as long as you could be done, like we've said before, like as long as you could be done, be like, yep, cool. All right, I'll catch you later, man. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. You know,
as long as what you believe is not like ruthless. You know what I mean? And like, totally you know what I mean? Then there should be no issue with it at all.
Yeah, big facts. Big facts. Yeah, man. No, it's been.
What about you, Life? How you doing, bro?
Besides the studio.
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. You know, I'm just working and making music, man. And that's what's been the meat and potatoes lately.
It's making that music. It's making the music, man. You gotta work. Gotta get to work. Yeah, I've been.
Yeah, no, facts, man.
Been talking to Mertz, finally getting some headway on some of the music, so super excited to just, finally get rolling on it and stuff. So
yeah,
excited for that. Looking forward to it.
You got all the beats made and everything?
A what? Yeah. Oh yeah.
You got all the beats made?
Yeah, there's one that we're gonna, I don't want to say remake, but we're just kind of like reshape it a little bit.
Yeah.
It was kind of one of those things. I was just looking at the song and even some of the songs that I have now, and I was just like, I really want to, I felt like it was a very generalized topic, and I want to really, I don't want to say this egotistically, but like make it about me versus just like touching the topics. Like I want to kind of show like how those subjects were incorporated into my life in that sense, to make it more personal, but still direct it in the right direction, which is obviously God. But
Facts.
So
amen to that.
And then we'll talk off air, but I want to bring it up, I know you'll probably forget either way, but definitely want to chat.
Wow,
thanks, some Jay. Content about shooting a video. But while I have you, want to shoot. I have a vision. I want to talk to some guys from church too. I have a pretty, I don't want to say like unique concept, but
I like unique. Unique's easy. You know what I mean, dude?
Something interesting to do. It'll be simple shoot. It'll be a simple shoot. It's nothing crazy. I'm not going to try to jump out of a plane or anything or green screen.
I feel like a lot of music videos just need simple shoots. Like I feel like all that like extra is just extra. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's just what you're gonna see is gonna
exactly
is the impact that I'm hoping to have with it. So we'll talk off air, but I just wanted to share that before I forget because before I
But you're right, I will forget.
Life, and then it's like 2 weeks from now, and then I'm like, oh, I've been meaning to talk to Krispy about shooting a video or whatever. But so there's that. So I'm excited. I'm gonna talk to a couple guys from church, and it'll be a cool video. I'm trying to think. There was I wanted to get you guys' opinions on. Did you guys hear about that Detroit rapper that is suing Lyft?
No.
Crispy
Hold
knows
on.
it. Okay.
Yeah. You don't want to know my opinion, Jay.
Okay. So,
I'll give you my opinion off air, dude. All right.
but just stuff to talk about. It's stuff to talk about. Not to like. I'm not here to clout you. I could care less. But it was just an interesting. It was more in the sense of in wanting to talk about it, and it's not to shame this woman. It's not to point fingers at anybody. It's just more of just how like society is nowadays, and kind of the talking points that they were bringing up of just like almost like everything has to be accepted
No,
and
it does not.
approved and
No.
like
Nope,
whatever.
it
So
does not. Does
to
not.
fill life in. So this Detroit rapper, I forget her name, and I won't say it also just to not
Right,
again
yeah,
not put
I'm
it's out
just
there on
like,
TikTok and stuff, but
yo, if you know, you know. You know
yeah,
what
if
I
you know,
mean?
you know.
Like, it's
And
it's a big
so
enough story at this point that if you know,
yeah,
you know, and you know what we're talking about.
right. So she is a fairly larger woman. She's about 500 pounds. She is a rapper from Detroit. And so she ordered a Lyft, and then the Lyft driver showed up, and he was in like a small Mercedes, probably like Mercedes coupe or something, whatever. Smaller Mercedes, size Mercedes. And so he pulls up, and you can hear in the video like the car is not running that great, whatever. So he pulls up and he takes a look at her, and he's like, I can't take you in my car. Like basically like saying like you're too big. Like you can't I don't think you'll fit in my car. And then two, like the wear and tear on his tires, like because weight affects your tires, like you could only have a certain amount. So basically he tells her like, hey, like I can't take you, cancels the ride, she gets refunded,
Yeah.
and then leaves. So she's suing Lyft for this guy basically leaving her. She was like, I can fit in there. He's like, no, you can't.
No, you can't.
So
She wouldn't
what
have fit,
happened
bro.
in the date?
There's no way.
Wow.
Like,
Yeah.
there's no, like,
So
I'm
she
not
is
trying
not
to be rude or disrespectful in any way, shape, or form.
right.
God bless this lady's soul and her heart. You know what I mean? But their life, dude, you are not fitting a square into a circle. Just not
No.
happening, bro. You're
Yeah.
not, dude. You're not, bro.
And so she was saying, they're like interviewing her. She's like, yeah, I'm tough. And then but then she's like after that experience, like I've been emotionally affected and everything else. And there was even a thing that she said like, yo, like there's times like I'll walk into a gym and like I don't realize that I'm this heavy. Like so like mentally, like she doesn't even recognize sometimes that she
Yeah.
is that
I'm
heavy.
sorry. I'm keeping my fitness to myself.
But
Just
what
as
happened?
you know
What
I
happened
mean?
is, and what is the frustration is, one, like she has lawyers. Like there's lawyers that are backing her,
Yeah,
and
no,
two, Lyft
obviously there's
fired the
gonna be.
driver.
Yeah, no facts, bro. But
Like Lyft
at
fired the driver.
the end of the day, okay, you walk into any convenience store, you walk into any restaurant, you walk into to anywhere, bro. Okay, a company has the right to refuse service to you, yes or no?
Right? Yeah,
Yes,
100%.
yeah, literally yes or no. Like
Yeah.
I don't see the grounds. It's not like this girl was 95 pounds soaking wet and this dude was claiming that you. It's like you couldn't even go on the fact that he was trying to belittle this lady. Like he was just trying to be on. Like personally, bro, I feel like the driver was just like, hey, listen, respectfully, I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to decline this. You know what I mean? And if he chose to give a reason, that's on him, and that's what the lawyers are gonna hang their hats on because that is discrimination. When you give her a reason like you're too big, that's discrimination. You can't turn. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it's that fine line of
But even then, so
the
what they're
what he
arguing
and
is
how he said it. You know what I mean?
yeah. Well,
Do I
what
feel
they're
like he should have been fired for it? No. I feel
no.
like that man used his collective discretion. It's no, in my eyes, it's the equivalent of me being shit faced and walking up to a bar and a bartender saying, "No, I'm not going to serve you no more."
Yeah,
Right.
I
you're
don't
too
feel like it's the
inebriated.
best interest in me in my company to serve you,
Yeah,
and
but
that ruffles feathers, man. It really does.
yeah, and two, like like people have been saying, I'm just like kind of just sharing what other people have said, and sharing my insight too. But like they're saying, it's his personal car, money
Facts,
that
bro.
he's putting into it,
Facts.
to use this car. I was reading through some of the comments, people like Lyft drivers were on there and they were saying like, yo, like I've had people break my door, because of being just too big.
You're
And like, who's the
responsible for
one that
that
pays
door,
for it? Like, I'm the one that has to pay for it. Like
How,
there was a tattoo artist that they were
how are
like,
you going to sue somebody for breaking your door? You literally have a first and last name. You don't have an address. You don't have nothing. You have no paperwork to serve them. You don't have an idea on where this person fucking lives, dude, or even if the house that you drop them off is their house. You know what I mean? I feel like homeboy made a correct call, and if society is gonna bash this man for that, yo, then at the end of the day, you need to go bash every single company, because at the end of the day, as a business owner, I have the right to refusal of anybody for service for
well,
any
that's what,
reason. It could be no reason at all. At the end of the day, no, like no, I'm sorry, like no,
yeah.
I'm
Even if
not
he gave
giving a
a
500
reason,
pound woman a ride. I'm
yeah.
not doing it. I'm
E-
not. I drive a four-door sedan. You are not going to fit in the back seat. You are not going to fit in the front seat. You simply cannot put a square into a circle. And that's what the situation was. But because
mhm.
her feelings were hurt, and us as a society feels like we needed to cater to everyone else's feelings. Like, yo, okay, cool. Y'all want to empathize on her feelings? Empathize his feelings as well.
Right, that's his livelihood, that's his job, that's his car, and he was again, if you look at like they've been doing the research too. Like you look at that type of car, like the max that you're supposed to have like in the back seat, like respectfully, like for that car is like 300, like 350, maybe like 4. She's like pushing 5,
Exactly,
It's
bro.
like that's gonna
So he
ruin,
made the
like that
right call,
ruins
no
the
matter
car.
what. At the end of the day, he made the right call, because this
hmm
girl could or
Like
could not
safety wise.
have, right. Bro, you add an extra 500 pounds, that's gonna add to like the distance that you need to slow down. That's gonna add to how hard the engine needs to work to move. You know
And
what I
like
mean?
that's like kind of a risk to her too, because like like even if she like tried to get in and like can get in, like
How much more
it's tight. She
embarrassing
might
would
hurt
it?
herself.
How much? I think it would be more embarrassing. Okay, let's say I was 500 pounds for a second. Okay, I think publicly it'd be more embarrassing on me trying to fit into a car that clearly I'm not going to fit into, versus just ordering another Uber that's just a sedan or something.
Yeah.
Well, that's
I
what he
feel
said.
like
He said you should
I
order a
feel
new one.
right,
He said you should order a new one, and he said like I'm having trouble with my tires,
right,
and if you come in this car, it's gonna affect my tires. And I
right.
mean, rightfully so, safety wise and everything.
Yep.
He's like, I'm looking out for you, but
I
like
feel like he
when
made the right
people,
call, and he should not be punished for it.
Right.
yeah, but when people's
That's me
feelings get
personally.
hurt, they feel like,
That's
oh, I gotta go sue somebody, or the person needs to be canceled. It's like, no, that like
no,
that's your feelings, and your feelings are valid. Like if you feel hurt by a
they are
comment like that, like
just
I'm not in your skin, but like reality and like she said, like sometimes I don't even like know that I'm 500 pounds. Like
so. So here's
there's
the
a
problem with
disconnect somewhere.
society, though. Again, it brings me back to that point where her feelings are validated, but his also need to be validated. And if
hmm
his are not going to be validated, then hers, in my mind, okay, in Krispy Pic Media, Crispy alone, my mind, I want you all to
Yeah.
get this, okay? If you're not going to validate his feelings, then you shouldn't validate her feelings.
Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense.
It's
I
tit
get
for
what you're
tat.
throwing.
Yo,
I
it's
catch what you're
eye for
throwing.
eye. It literally biblically says that in the Bible. Like it's eye for eye. You know what
hmm
I mean? Okay, cool. What does that mean? That I need to respect your feelings? Okay, cool. You would
hmm
need to respectfully respect my feelings, even if it's not what aligns with you. That's
Right.
to me what eye for eye means.
That's what
It's not
understanding
it's
is.
not, oh, you wronged me, so I'm gonna wrong me. Okay. I mean, you could use it that way. You could, you know
hmm
what I mean? Yo, you murdered my mom, so I'm gonna murder your mom. No, that's not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about internal feelings. If I need to
hmm
recognize your feelings and understand your feelings and hear where your feelings are come from, then you need to respectfully do that the same to me. Or like I said earlier, we ain't even having this conversation. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Well, it's dang it, I had the thought too. It's like it's one of those situations where two things can be right at the same time. where
Right.
she can be upset because the ride was canceled due to her weight, and
Let's
the
agree to
driver took
disagree.
off and she was and and
Right.
she didn't have a ride. But at the same time, he can also be upset and be protecting himself and her by refusing to have her come in his car. Those two things can happen at the same time, and that's fine. But to then be like, oh, I need to sue somebody over this, I don't know. And like the dude, like again, the dude gets fired, loses his livelihood. I agree with what some people are saying. Yo, just bring the car to court. Have her try to get in the car, and just let it play out. Like they have pictures of her getting into SUVs and stuff, like, music video, whatever. Like she's not even in the car. Like she's like hanging out of the car.
Yeah.
There's never a picture of her actually being in a car. And again, this is very subjective, and obviously I'm getting, information off of TikTok and everything else, but it's like, let's just look at reality for a second. Like reality is reality.
Facts, bro.
And
that's everyone's too happy, bro. That's what it boils down to, man.
Let's see, babe said, shout out to my wife. Love you, babe. She said, it's like how they say there's two sides to every story and you have to listen to both before giving input impartially. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. 100%. That's what understanding is. It's like what we were just talking about earlier. You can have your point of view and other person can have your point of view. And you can be like, okay, I may not agree with what you're saying, but I understand where you're coming from. That's like what I said with her. Like, you can be upset. I totally understand what you're coming. That could be embarrassing. That could be,
because, like, even if I was 500 pounds and someone was like, yo, you're too fat, because that's what I'm hearing in my mind. Okay.
Right.
If I roll up and Jay, you roll up and you're my driver and you're like, no, I'm not taking you because you weigh. I'm hearing, no, you're too fat. You're not allowed in my vehicle. So I do empathize with her at a certain point.
Yeah, 100%.
But like, no, at a certain point, hearing that doesn't make you stop and look at yourself and say, maybe I am too big. Maybe I need to better my life. You know what I mean? Like, it's literally all in how it's interpreted by the person. But for her to go and sue this gentleman, just sue Lyft over it, come on. Get the fuck out of town, Charlie Brown.
Yeah,
Excuse
it's
my
like
French,
she didn't.
But that's, excuse my French, but that's fucking pathetic, dude. You know what I mean? Like, bitch, get a gym membership and go to the fucking gym and you won't ever have this issue again. Like,
yeah, I mean, it's just, people need to take care of themselves.
Facts, bro.
Yeah, no, I agree. I totally. My wife said, you can't just pick a side. Each side is valid, but it didn't need to. Yeah, exactly. You got to take the emotion out of it and think logically. But this world runs on emotion. Amen to that. Amen.
Amen to that. Amen to that. Actually.
Yeah, we totally run on emotion for sure.
Yeah,
I know I do sometimes.
But we have to though, because like, people can't have honest conversations about how they feel no more. If I have dude, I gotta worry about. Oh, okay, this person brings up this topic. I literally need to stop and think, Krispy, think about how you're gonna answer and how this person. I shouldn't have to.
Right, you should be able to share your.
I should be able to give you my
opinion.
honest opinion on the situation, and you'll be like, "All right, cool." Unless it's some far-fetched bullshit, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, some absurd shit, dude. You know
and like,
I mean?
if somebody says something out of line, you should be like, "Okay, I think you're being this, being that, or whatever," and like, not in a disrespectful way, but like, just like, and just honest. But like, people, I don't know, people just can't handle anything anymore. It just seems like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's how I feel sometimes. Like, even when I'm like trying to talk to people about like God or something, you know what I mean? Like, there's always that excuse me, that hesitation of like, oh, are they gonna get mad? Are they gonna be upset? Are they gonna worry? Like, dude, like I
shouldn't have to feel that
care
way.
about that. Like,
Right.
I shouldn't have to feel that.
It's what I believe.
It's what I believe in. And again, I would never do it in a sense of like like a fear mongering way or whatever. Like, I'd be like, hey, you want to hear my opinion? Well, this is my opinion. Or like, hey, like, I go to church, like, maybe you should try going to church. This might fix, whatever it is that you're dealing with, yada, yada, yada. I would never do it out of a fear mongering way.
Yeah.
But like, I had a thought and I was going there and I lost it. But understanding, dang, I had it and it literally just leapt out of my brain.
You know what it is?
Episode
tell you.
127, Lost Thoughts.
Yeah.
Because I can say this.
That's our
I'm a
new
parent, so I can literally say this, okay? The problem is these people raising these kids, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And I'll base it off this alone, okay? I was raised a certain way, okay?
Same. Yep.
I was raised to never talk about politics or religion.
Yep. Yeah,
Okay?
for sure. 100%.
When I'll tell you right now for certain, okay? When me and my mom talk about politics, I am over here, she is over here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I am
Same.
able to have an honest, okay, but you're able to have an honest conversation with your mom, right?
I really don't bring it up just because I know where it could go.
But all right, let me dive in deeper here, okay? How your mom and her political beliefs are doesn't change how you look at your mom.
Oh,
It
absolutely
doesn't
not.
change the fact that you
Absolutely not.
respect your mom. It doesn't change the
Absolutely
fact
not.
that you love your mom. It doesn't change the fact that you do still listen to your mom, even though it may not be what you want to hear. Okay.
Oh,
So
yeah,
at the
100%.
so all right, same thing. Me and my mom are able to have conversations. We're able to agree but disagree
Yeah.
because I
Yeah.
have respect. Okay. A lot of these kids and a lot of these people that do stuff, I'm sorry, like I guarantee you this girl does not respect her parents. I guarantee
Yeah,
you
who
she
knows?
grew.
Yeah.
So I don't guarantee you, but yo, all right, she probably
I get
grew up without a positive influence in her life to teach her certain morals in life. And my like it just happens, man. You know what I mean? Like look at the era that she came out of. Like it's a lot of absentees, a lot of divided households. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
So I feel like it's a lot of what's the repercussions that we're seeing now of how society is because of the fact that parents try to be more of their child's friend than they do the parent.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
and
They're
I've
not
I've said it
parenting.
before and I'll literally repeat it because it's the truth. You know what I mean? Like my mom growing up my whole life, I look back now, she was not my friend.
Mm-hmm.
I was
Yeah,
told what to do and I
she was my
did it,
mom.
or there was repercussions.
Facts,
I'm
100%.
36. I'm about to be 36. I'm just now developing a friendship with my mom.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know
you
what I
definitely
mean?
reach a point as you get older. It's
You know what
I
I'm
mean, you still
saying?
honor them and respect them as your parent, but there's
Oh,
that
facts.
level of
Always to the day I die, dude. Like
yeah,
whatever mom and dad needs, say less. I got you. You know what I
right.
mean? But that's what it boils down to is a lot of these parents try to just cater to their child's needs. And now you have people that are suing because their feelings got hurt. Because let's
Right.
be honest here, that's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
It literally comes
True.
down to nothing else than other than what if it wasn't this dude that refused her,
It might be
then it would have
somebody
been
else.
someone else.
Yeah. At the end of the day, I mean, I just pray that, this gets resolved, the guy can get his livelihood.
I pray
Prayers
justice
for
is
her,
served.
prayers for her, just like mental, emotional, all of those things. Again, I don't know her life, I don't know his life. I just pray, just in this situation, that everything just works out. Like that, I pray that there's no need for, you know, people have to pay people or whatever. Like we can just get back to like normalcy. Just be like, hey, like, you know what, like misunderstanding, misunderstanding, just, reacting in the moment. And like, let's just move on. Let's just continue living life. Yeah,
I do
my
pray that that's what happens. I do.
facts.
I
My
do.
wife said, I've run on all emotions. I'm a work in progress, but I acknowledge that and correct it when I know I'm wrong. Absolutely.
Oh, definitely, dude.
That's the
Definitely.
thing.
You got it.
We
You
gotta,
got it.
it's like the saying goes, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Sometimes we have, I've even said it before. Like there were things that I was expecting to change from somebody else. And then I had to really take the mirror and look at myself and be like, what is
Yeah,
it that
definitely.
you're doing
Yeah.
that is, maybe causing that person to react a certain way, or
Yeah.
causing there not to be a change in the
Yeah.
situation that you're hoping for a
Yeah.
change. It's like, dude,
Yeah.
it might just really be you.
Yeah.
You're the
No,
problem.
facts.
You
No,
are
for
the
real.
problem.
For real. No,
Not the
so
other
like,
way around.
my grandfather, God rest his soul. He was one of the very few people that would be like, all right, listen, Why'd you flip the teacher off? What did she do to make you flip her off?
Mm-hmm.
Why did you throw the chair at that kid, Chris? Like, why did you feel the need to throw? Like, he tried to really empathize, but at the end of the day, he was like, all right, but do you understand that that's wrong? You should not be throwing chairs at people in
Right.
class.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah.
Like, I understand that you were mad and they did this or did that or whatever, but at the end of the day, like, you got, like, as you said, you got, like, learn to keep your emotions in check. Sometimes it's hard, you know what I mean?
For
But
sure.
when they're
For
pointed
sure.
out, because like even to this day I do it where like I may not in the moment think I'm acting irrationally, but someone will point me beside and be like, yo, Crispy. Yeah, you were kind of right, dude. All right. Dude.
Yeah, like, all right, my bad.
All right, yo. You got me. Yeah, Crispy did wild out real quick. You know what I mean? I should have You know what I mean?
Yeah, Big Fat Mike says most of what happens in politics is designed to divide people on purpose. Families got to rise above and stick together. Absolutely. And that's the thing too. Like I've seen a lot of things where it's, you know, there are things that are set in place to like divide the family, you know, separate the husband from the wife and the parents from the kids in one way, shape, or form. And
to have certain things happen so that way like things unfold the way they want it to unfold.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, dude,
and,
why
like, it corrupts like the rest of us?
Yeah, it's like, why does there have to be separation? Again, you can have your different views, but it's like, you know, I look at and I want to say this like one thing and then not continue on politics because obviously it's all skewed. But I say it in the sense of looking at at least this past election, a majority of what I saw was just like, yo, this person is trash. This person is doing this wrong. This person is doing that wrong. This person's not going to do that. This person should have did that. They didn't do that. This person's crazy. This person's that. This person's a dictator. This person's, you know, whatever, like bashing people. And it's like, you are instantly trying to cause a divide instead of being like, yo, as president, I want to fix the economy. I want to do this. I want to do that. It was like, they were like, what do you plan to do about the economy? Well, this person didn't do this and this person should have did this, but they didn't. It's like, why are you attacking the other person? Just answer the dang question.
Right, exactly. Let's get to the issues at hand.
And tell them what you're going to do.
Right. Like all of the issues
that
we've been, you know, just like experiencing and like seeing stuff like that, like for the past 5 years, like we're still dealing with it.
Yeah, it's like, dude, just tell me what you're gonna do. Like, I really, in the one debate that I saw and just watched, just to gain a little bit of information, because I am not political whatsoever. Definitely I really didn't gain anything on what either party
You're not going to. You're not going to
do. You know, I didn't get anything of what they wanted to do.
Yeah,
no.
It was just what the other person.
Okay, this is my plan. What's your plan? I have no plan.
Yeah,
well, that's one of the reasons why I don't vote. Cause like literally, like, yo, what are you gonna do? And like you said, Jay, they just shit talk the other person. Like, all right, cool. So you're gonna shit talk for 4 years? That's what you can do for America? Like, nah, I can't. I can't.
Economy, bro. I can't remember a time where someone's talking about something and that, like they say they're gonna do it. Just like put it in place, like right now. You know what I mean? Like after you're done with this press conference, like. You know,
just do it, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, or like, you know, say like, oh, my plan or my goal, my vision is to do this. But then you have people that are like, I'm gonna do, and it's like, and then, you know, 4 years rolls around and you're like,
you haven't done it.
Still haven't done it yet, buddy.
So it also is like a double-edged sword. So like the president can like sign executive orders,
for sure.
But it really comes down to the Senate and the House and all that. Like, yo, they're the ones that pass the bills, bro. Like,
no, for sure.
Even if the president of the United States signs an executive order, bro,
they can still turn it down. Yeah, they can still turn it down.
All right. Okay. What's the point of having a president then? If that person can't make laws that implement and effective immediately, and it's got to go through a change. Yo, president's supposed to run our country, right?
Well, it's checks and balances.
That's how they fixate it. You know what I mean?
Well, it's checks and balances because you don't want, you know, again, it to turn into a dictatorship where he's literally like, no, we're going to war, and there's nobody else to stop and be like, no, that kind of sounds a little crazy.
If you got a Democratic, we'll just say if you got a Democratic president, right? Okay, but the House and Senate is Republican. that Democrat ain't doing nothing, bro. Even if that person had good intentions, vice versa. If you got a Republican president and you got a Democratic Party behind it, dude, that's actually the one making the bills and signing these into law. What, you know what I mean? You're not going to get anything done.
It's like what it's like what
The Democratic
my
Party and the Republican Party were designed to tear America apart.
Yeah, for sure. Again, you can have separate views and still work together, but it's like it seems like it's more
right. Exactly.
It's more
We can agree
attacking
to
than
disagree.
It's more than attacking. But like my wife said, it's a circus.
It's a circus. It really is.
100%.
It really is. Except the circus ain't funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like the older I get, the less funny it is, bro. Like, yo, 8% inflation every year. Like, yo, that's not funny in my paycheck, bro. You know what I mean?
It feels like 8,000.
It
What
really
you
does,
talking
bro.
about? What you mean?
Yeah, Big Fat Mike said, I want to catch up on some of these comments because I appreciate everybody that's been tuning in. He said, tough landscape for parenting these days. So much media getting at them. Yeah, the access to it is crazy. I was just talking about this with somebody the other day. It's the access, we have such access to everything, whereas before, it was almost like being blissfully unaware and it being cool because you're just like, I didn't know this stuff was going on. But now it's like you have the access to it.
You didn't know what was going on. Yo, when I grew up, when I was my son's age, 15 years old, I didn't know what the fuck was going on in the world, bro. You know what I mean?
And like
I didn't have something in my hand to tell me every day what was going on.
Mm-hmm. For sure. What else?
How valid was that, huh?
No, for real, man. So like, yo, Cam doesn't use, as far as I know, okay, doesn't use. So he uses YouTube and stuff, obviously. Like, and he has a Twitch account because sometimes he streams, but like Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, nah, he ain't got that shit.
No
on his
TikTok.
phone.
Yeah.
Not allowed. No, hell no.
Yeah.
Nope. It is not allowed. Yo, I pay that actually, I don't even pay that cell phone bill. My mom pays his cell phone bill. Okay. So the day that you pay that cell phone bill is the day that you can have TikTok on your shit. The day you can have Instagram on your shit. Is the day you can have the book on your shit, bro. Until then, no, not happening.
And YouTube,
I don't want him to be influenced like other children are being influenced.
Yeah,
you know what
100%.
I mean?
Exactly. Like YouTube is perfectly fine, man. You know what I mean? I've never had anything wrong with it.
Yeah.
I was the same way when I was his age. I was just YouTube.
Yeah, facts. I was just watching music videos half the time. I was just like, yo, what's the latest music video?
Sometimes I go on Omegle and troll people.
I didn't even have that shit, bro. You know what I mean? Like, so I didn't even know what YouTube was until I hit college. Oh, YouTube? What's that?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
What I mean?
That's true. My wife said a lot of people like to project instead of reflecting on themselves. Yeah, absolutely.
Facts.
Big Mike says, we should all first assume that all politicians are lying until they prove otherwise. You look at history.
Facts.
You look at history, and all of them lie to some degree, usually a high degree.
Yeah. No, I agree with that statement. Yo, I don't care who's in office. I don't care if it's Democrat, Republic, Independent. I don't care. What are you going to do to better our country? That's what I care about.
Yeah, that's what I always pray for.
You know
a lot of the times, whether it's whoever's sitting in office or whether there's an election coming around or even just other world leaders, if you will, sometimes my prayers will just be, like, I pray that whatever decisions that they're making is for the betterment of other people, of others. It's not, to incite violence. It's just literally like how, let's, just try to make the world a better place. How can you better people, the people that you're serving as
a better place,
as that
you'll
world
have a
leader?
lot happier people.
How can you serve the people better?
Yeah.
Big Mike said in our latest and last comment was World Bank's military industrial, big pharma, they're the current dictators, but that's just me. I mean, I get what you're saying for sure. And just you look at, certain landscapes of things and how things occur, when things occur, with, between like, use lightly touch on it, like COVID, with like, oh, you need the booster. You don't need the booster. You need to wait 2 weeks. No, you don't. You can only wait. You need to wait 5. You don't have to. You don't have to.
Oh, yo, conspiracy
quarantine at all.
Like, ooh, we told you.
Wear your mask. Don't wear your mask.
Even just like the. I mean, again, this is just my opinion. You look at like hospitals and stuff that it's there's I've seen a lot of things where things are either misdiagnosed and then, people get sicker. Well, what happens when you get sicker? The costs go up for you having to go to the hospital more. Well, it's like, or, I mean, there's obviously that conspiracy theory that there is a cure for cancer. It's like, we're just not going to give it out because if we give the cure for cancer, then we lose money on the cancer treatment. Again, I have no clue whatsoever, but it sounds pretty good.
So
I'm not gonna
lie. I've had a weird feeling about doctors for many, many years, and because doctors are not doctors, they practice medicine, right? Okay, practice is supposed to make perfect, right? Doc, I am a welder. I can weld. I don't practice welding. The fuck, bro? You know what I mean? Like, I don't practice putting on a floor. Like, you know what I mean? So
we're talking about practice.
I don't know. Doctors, I don't trust doctors. I just don't trust doctors because they practice medicine. Okay, so like, you're still trying to get better at medicine while diagnosing me with something that you have no idea. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Big Mike says, don't even get me started on COVID.
Nah, don't worry, bro.
That's why I said,
that'll be a whole nother episode.
I'm not even.
That'll be a separate episode, right?
Yeah, I'm not even trying to.
The conspiracy theory in me is so happy right now, dude. That everything. It's sad. It really like sometimes I hate being right. You know what I mean? But with the amount of stuff that I've seen coming out lately, I'm like, I know we're not supposed to be boastful and prideful, but like, Jesus, let me have this win, bro. Like, I was finally right on one conspiracy. You know what I mean?
No, Ashley, my wife makes a good point. She said, politics is like a toxic relationship. You hear all the good stuff in the beginning until you start to realize it's not for you. And then you have to do everything in your power to get out. Well said. Well said.
Preaching.
Look at you, babe. Love you, babe.
A round of applause for that. All right.
Let's go. No, it's true, man. You because it's also like what there you go. You got the fireworks going. Like there's things that the media, especially with media too, like media will show you things that they want you to see.
Oh,
and then but then like obviously. it's like what Ashley, my wife, said earlier. You don't see the other side. You don't see the other opinion. And then you're just like, oh, I only see that glimpse, that clip, just like we were talking about Cam's clip, last year or wherever it was, where they only got a glimpse of it, and it's like, dude, you didn't get the full story of what it was.
Exactly. You literally got a minute segment of what he said.
Can't just see something and then just assume, yep, that's what it is.
But that's the scope. Yeah, but that's the landscape of just today's society. Is just you see that clip, that's everything.
Yeah,
it's like I said a couple podcasts ago. I hate this fishbowl thing. It was like you see something, but you only get that short piece, and that's it. Because like we had a work meeting, and I like brought it up because we were talking about like positive guidance and like redirecting kids. So like if they start acting up, like how do you engage them, and how do you kind of turn them around? And it was one of those things where like we were talking about like, like what if a kid is just really starting to get crazy and you have to like maybe like hold them down or something. And they were like, oh, like, well, yeah, like just make sure like there's somebody else there, like another staff member to like watch you to make sure that you're good.
Bro,
like,
I'd even be afraid to do that nowadays because I'd be so afraid of getting sued. You know what I mean?
Well, that was the thing that came up because it was like almost like hypocritical. It was like, hey, make sure that you have a staff member around you so that you can kind of cover your bases. But then they were like, be careful what you do around the kids because you don't want that snapshot of you just holding the kid. Well, if somebody is going to judge me for only seeing me holding the kid, but meanwhile the kid was literally about to melee on another kid, like that's messed up. That's not fair.
Right.
That's not fair that I have to tiptoe around, my job, to make sure that I'm, not creating a snapshot, but then I'm supposed to kind of protect the kids as well too. Like that doesn't make sense to me. So I'm like, this whole fishbowl snapshot thing, like, is not fair. Like have somebody around that's there to back you up. That should be the end of the story.
Yeah.
In the right way. Don't like literally pummel a kid and then be like, yo, tell them that I was trying to protect the kids. Like, no, don't do that.
Yeah, no,
but like, if you're legitimately like a kid, it happens. Kids are kids, and sometimes you get a little crazy.
Yep.
And I say crazy not in like a mental thing, just
No,
they
just
start wilding out,
they're
whatever.
kids. They don't know how to control their emotions sometimes. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
And so, you know, they might I've had to hold a kid before, you
Right.
know, and that's to protect the other kids and themselves. Cause sometimes I've done it to myself. I've wilded out a little bit and I end up hurting myself like an idiot. And then I
Yeah.
look back and I'm like, wow, that was really dumb. But I like
Yeah.
Ashley said, I let my emotions get the best of me and I end up hurting
Right.
myself. Stupid.
Correct.
But it's like, dude, that's not fair. So it was just one of those things. That snapshot thing was just like blowing my mind. And I was kind of getting irritated in the meeting because they were like, oh, like, well, you know, just make sure that you watch the snapshot. And I'm like, no, but that's not fair. That's hypocritical in what you're saying. Have somebody there, but then tiptoe around it.
It's literally almost easier and less of a hassle just to let the kid beat some other kid up.
Yeah. But
you
then,
know what I mean? Like it really is, bro. But then you look like
you
the
let them
shitbag
go
because you didn't stop the kid from going to attack
exactly.
each other. Like it literally is no win
You
situation.
let them go.
It's a lose-lose.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's like, oh, if I let this kid
win, bro. Like people are
Yeah.
gonna judge you no matter what, bro. You let this kid have at it, bro.
Right.
You're gonna get judged.
Now
You
you're
hold this
now you're
kid
negligent.
back, bro.
Yeah, now
holding
you're
this kid
negligent.
back, dude, and someone snaps that photo. Now you're beating up little kids and throwing them to the ground. Like,
Yeah,
dog,
right.
that's not what happened, dude.
Right. Like I've
He was
had to
trying
pull kids
attack
apart.
this kid with the chair, and I stopped him.
Yeah, I've had to pull kids apart, and I'm like, I thank God that there's a camera here because, like,
Right.
hopefully it catches that these kids are fighting first.
Yeah.
And
Right.
that I literally had
Exactly.
to pull one of them off.
Right. You just walk over and start shoving little kids to the ground.
Right.
And then, like, if you let them go at it, like, you know,
Then you're negligent.
Yeah.
Yeah. My wife said, the media is fear mongering. Absolutely. It's to put fear in you, and it's like, and sometimes like half the time, you know, like you see stuff or whatever, and it's like you see stuff and they're like, oh, this is happening in this place, and then like if you really do the research, it was like that event happened like 4 years ago, but they're trying to make it out like it's happening right now.
Yeah.
And you're just like why? What is the intent of you trying to scare me into like all this stuff? It's crazy. And then Big Mike says, gotta wear a body cam so you got the evidence. Yeah, like,
dude, you're not wrong, dog.
Even then,
I mean? You're literally not wrong.
Yo,
literally
social media is crazy,
wrong, bro.
Social media is crazy. My TikTok, like, these this one like stream or whatever you want to call it, like keeps popping up in my algorithm of like cops that like pull people over, and it's funny because it's always the ones where like the people like argue with the cop or whatever, and they're just like, dude, like stop, like just stop, you know. So they have their body cams on and stuff, and like, you know, you have these people that are like, oh, you know, they get pulled over, and then the lady's like, oh, like you're you know, you were attacking me and you came at me abruptly, and you know, I felt in danger. And the guy's like, dude, I was just asking you for your license, like relax. Like, and but you know, they have the body cam right there and you can see like everything, and people just like freaking out and stuff. And he's like, nope, like I'll be patient with you, I'm waiting for you.
Yeah.
You know, and they're like, you know, he's like, some of these police officers, man, I know that like cops sometimes get a bad rep for, you know, stuff that they've done, whatever, but there are good ones out there. There are good ones out there. And, you know, some of the ones that I've seen that have pulled people over and the crap that they take from people, I'm like, yo, you have, like the saying goes, the patience of Job to listen to these people. Cause like me, I'd be like, ma'am, get out of the car. Oh, you don't want to get out of the car? No, I'm dragging you out the car. They're like, ma'am, get out the car. Ma'am, I'm going to ask you another time.
Every time, you know what
Ma'am,
I mean,
I'm going to give you another chance to get out the car. Ma'am, okay, I really need you to get out the car. Like the multiple chances after they've said this is your last chance.
Yeah.
Like me, I'd be like, ma'am, I'm going to give you one more time to get to unlock the doors and come out the car. I'm not coming out the car. Oh, okay, now I'm dragging you out the car. Yeah. Like there's no like continuation after that. Like I'm pulling you out of the car. So yeah, they got way more patience than I do. But shout out to good cops. There's good cops out there.
They really do. No, so I got my mixed feelings about cops because I've never had a good encounter with a cop. But I'd like to think that there are good people out there who have good hearts that are cops.
Mm-hmm.
And you do see videos of it. I seen a video not too long ago of one cop. I forget if it was male or female. All right. Anyways, one cop was getting aggressive with, or not getting, had gotten aggressive, like real aggressive, with somebody that they were trying to detain or whatever, and another cop felt like he was out of line, and that second cop literally put that first cop in handcuffs, and I was like,
there you go. Good for you.
You hold
Good for you.
accountability. All right, cool. Like,
absolutely.
So you do see that there are good cops out there, dude. Not, there are good humans and there are bad humans. You know what I mean? There are good welders and there are bad welders. There are good people that watch children and there are good people that don't watch children. There are good people that work at Amazon and not good people that work at Amazon. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
So I'd like to think, based on that knowledge, that there are good cops out there still in the world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, I've never had, I don't want to say like that type of run-in with a cop in the sense of like either like racially profiled or like had a record, and then like they pull up the record and they're like, yo, I'm treat this dude even worse because he's got a record, the judgment piece of it. But I mean, I've had cops that like they won't listen to me, they waste my time for no reason, like they're not even like trying to like understand the scenario. And then I've had other cops where I'm honest. I'm honest every single time a cop pulls me over.
Lie
like,
to you. Yo, well, why am I gonna lie to you?
Yeah.
What the fuck? You know what I mean?
Yeah, like there was like the one where I had like not an issue. Like I was trying to merge into a lane, and the guy literally would not let me go. I was already ahead of them. Like I was ahead, and you just had to let me merge in, and they wouldn't let me merge in. So then we end up passing a cop, and then we go by the cop, and then the cop flips his lights on. I'm thinking he's pulling the car over. So we pull over, just as you should. I pull here, they pull here. So there's like a gap in between us. And I'm like, yo, he's going to pull the car over. He swerves around that car and pulls behind me. And he's like, yo, you weren't merging. You went into a breakdown lane. I'm like, dude, did you not see the car that wouldn't let me in? Like I was ahead of him. He wouldn't let me in. And he was like, oh, like license registration, blah, 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 blah. And mind you, I was already running late, so I was a little bit agitated, but like I didn't like give him attitude. I was just like, I was trying to merge, but they wouldn't let me in. And so he like runs everything, and then he ends up like just giving me a warning. I'm like, dude, after all that, like you could have, was it really that serious or whatever?
Yeah.
But then like on the flip side, like I was doing an errand for work and I was picking up my car. Again, another rough day. Again, could always be worse. And I was speeding, and then the cop was actually coming in the opposite direction, turned around, and then pulled me over. And he was like, yo, what's up? And I'm like, honestly, dude, I'm having a really rough day. I'm just trying to drop these flyers off. I was working for a gym at the time. I'm just trying to drop these flyers off and get back to work. I've had a really rough day. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm like, I know I was speeding. You got me. And so like he goes, runs my stuff, as they normally do. And then he comes back. He's like, hey man, like just slow it down a little bit, and just hands me my stuff. And he's like, yo, have a good day. I hope you have a better day. Yeah, and just lets me go. Like no issues.
You handled that situation correctly.
Like, you know cool. Saying? Like, all right, man. Like I appreciate that. I'm like, you could have easily given me like a $200 ticket.
Yeah. You could have easily chose to be a dickhead though and made the situation a lot worse for yourself than what it truly was, dude.
Right, but what am I gonna do? And what is
you know what I'm saying?
For me at least at that time, and just in general, from my perspective, like, what is it worth? Being rude and making it worse of a situation. I lose my job. I lose. I find a ticket. It's like, yo, I could have, made it a big deal and then lost everything. Now I got a record. Like those videos. Like I've seen people like. What was she saying? Oh, she went around a roadblock that they had set up because it was like construction or something. And literally, if she waited like 5 more seconds, they were going to let her go. Right. So she like goes around the cop, almost hits a cop like that was like walking or whatever, like trying to wave her down to stop. She pulls up, she goes whatever. So one of the cops follows her and grabs her, pulls her over. And then they're talking and she's like, no, like, I'm not getting out of the car. Like, I got to go. I'm going to pick up my kid. They're like, man, like, come over here. Like, they're trying to talk to her and like get her to do stuff or whatever. She ends up in handcuffs and is like going to jail. Yeah. Like, all you had to do was stop.
Right.
Wait,
now you made it 20 times worse. Now you have a record. Your kid is not getting picked up.
Yeah.
Like, all you had to do was just stop.
Right.
Like, why do you have to make a big issue out of it?
Listen, hey, I've learned from experience, okay? I've been pulled over where I've been like, blah, 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 blah. Guess what happened? I got ripped out of kind of shit, got kicked out of me. Now, when I get pulled over, hands up, and I don't fucking move, bro. Yes, sir, no, sir. Yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. Why? Because handling the police that way, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, no, sir, has worked out better in my favor than me being like, la, 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 la. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. If it gets to a point where I feel like my civil rights are being violated, then yes, I'm gonna stand 10 toes down.
Stand on
whatever
what's right.
happens at that point happens at that point. You know what I mean? Dude?
Stand on what's right. But
a lot of times you just need to, they're a human being, man. They may be having a shitty day too. Yeah, that's probably why they pulled you over, because they're having a shitty day. You know what I mean? But the fact that you talked nice to that cop and was like, listen, dude, like, I know I was speeding, I'm just sorry about it. But like, he was probably like, all right, this kid generally is sorry. You know what I mean? Yeah.
He's not like he's not like the other jerks that I've had all day.
You know what I mean, bro? That changed his whole attitude to the demeanor. Because you gotta understand, like, being a police is one of the most dangerous jobs in the world.
Yeah,
you
for
literally, in certain cities, dude, you don't know if you're going home at night.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you don't know if you're pulling over this dude if he decides today is your last day here on Earth. Because that shit happens, bro. People get pulled over and they pop one right out the window, bro, because they got warrants and shit. You know what I mean?
100%. Ashley's got a little story. So she said, I saw a cop pull over a video yesterday, and the driver said he identified as a cat and didn't have a license to give them. So the cop said, so I'm assuming the passenger is your owner. And they were like, I'm offended. Bro. He's like, well, someone needs to give me an ID or you will be arrested and this car will be towed and the cat will go to a shelter since they are unclaimed and will have necessary vaccinations needed. All they said was, I can't afford a $40 for a tow.
Yeah.
Shaking my head.
No, dude, that video is
I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that one yet.
Dude, this cop, served, bro. Like, he left these people speechless, dude. Because he went off on a rant. He was like, all right, cool. You want to go down this route? Like, cats can't legally drive a vehicle. I'm assuming that's your owner. Okay, cool. Have you been neutered? Have you been spayed for rabies?
Yeah.
Have you been this? Have you been that? And then he was like, no. And he's like, all right, cool. Or he's like, I could call a mental health patient because for the fact that you would allow another human being to go through that as being its owner has probable cause for me to question your mentality and to make sure you're mentally capable to even do anything. Like, he shot him down. It was funny. They were instantly rude and he matched their energy and they lost 1,000%, dude. It was funny.
Yeah.
To the point where they were like, literally, they looked at each other and they were like, what do we do? And he was like, well, I don't know. I can afford a tow, blah, blah. Like, all right, cool. So it just brings it back to the point. You get pulled off, just be calm, civilized, man. Yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Right.
And then if it gets to a point where you feel like your civil rights are being violated, and you will know, you'll have that gut feeling when you're being violated. Okay.
Ashley said, yeah, that video.
Then stand 10 toes down on it. No, you're not searching my vehicle. No, you're not doing this. No, I'm not stepping out of the vehicle because that's not probable cause. You know what I mean? Like, you can't just go off on a limb on an officer and not know the law.
Right.
Like, they know the law better than the average human being. So if you don't know what you're talking about, you can dig yourself into a hole real quick. And a lot of times I feel like that's what happens, like that video where he got pulled over. He thought he could pull a fast one over the cop, and the cop was like, yo, you know what I mean? It'd be like going to Jesus and be like, yo, you wrote this here. And he'd be like, no, I wrote this here, not that. You're wrong. You know what I mean?
And in those scenarios too, it's like you use this thing, I don't want to say to your advantage, but you accept this lifestyle until it's a disadvantage to you. It's like, bro, be all in. Like, if you're all in, be all in. Like, if you're telling me you're this, like, own it in the sense, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, get pulled over, you're going to a shelter and you're getting a $40 tow. Like, own it.
Which, $40 for a tow, that's cheap.
Right. So if you're so quick,
$40 for a tow.
if you're so quick so quick to flip it back,
Yeah.
like that doesn't tell me that's really you or that you're all in.
Exactly.
It's like I can't flip back when I get pulled over, and because I'm black, that I'm getting, I pulled you over because not that hearsay, you get pulled over because you're black. I can't change that. You know what I mean? Like, but you can, you know what I'm saying. I'm like kind
You
of
can
jumping.
not identify as a cat and just give your guy the driver's license and your registration and accept the ticket and be along the way.
Yeah.
Like
at the end of the day,
literally you can. Like that's a physical. You can physically do that. Because the dude's right. Like, yo, a cat is not legally allowed to drive a vehicle. You know what I mean, dude? Like,
again, you got to own that.
The fuck, bro?
If you can't own it, it's like, is that really who you are, or is that just? I don't know. I really don't. I'm not in the mind of these people. I'm not here to.
Neither am I. You know what I mean? But yo, it was very humorous. Of a video, dude.
Yeah, Ashley said yes. That video, that was definitely the video that she was that she saw.
Yeah. She knows. Dude. She knows. It's just hysterical, bro.
But yeah, man, I just pray for people. Honestly, like mental health, physical health, livelihood. At the end, again, at the end of the day, I just want people to be happy, healthy, prosperous, in the right way according to God's will, and just overall good. I know nothing is ever going to be perfect, but like I just pray like y'all are cool. Ashley said, my wife said, you can't change what happens to you, but you can change how you react to it. Absolutely. Stuff is going to happen. It's just how you respond to it.
Exactly.
Scripture says life is not going to be easy, but if you react in the sense of knowing that you have God with you, the outcome is going to be very different than if you try to do it on your own and end up flopping flat on your face. So
they always say like life's 10% what happens to you, other 90% it's like how you handle it.
It really is. It really, really, really is, because it ends up being a domino effect, because you could have for example purposes, maybe this small minor inconvenience, right? Coffee spills, right? For some of us, that is like day killer 101. But if you
especially
react,
first thing in the morning, bro.
Oh man.
Yeah. If you react in the way of like getting super frustrated, you're maybe flipping the Dunks owner off because maybe they were handing it to you and they didn't hand it to you right or whatever.
Now you're in a brawl all of a sudden, like it's all over TMZ and whatever.
Yeah, but, or just in the sense, or so then you carry that into your work, and then now you're pissed off at your coworkers. You're treating them like dirt.
Yeah.
If you have customers, now you're treating them like dirt. Your work quality is not that great because you're pissed off. I know I don't work the greatest when I'm angry. So now you've just ruined your entire So now you've ruined your entire day. Whereas if you've just been like, oh man, like, yeah, that sucks, but like, is that really the worst in the end of my day? Or can I, maybe go buy another coffee? Hey, maybe ask them if you can get another coffee.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised.
I'm sorry, I just dropped it.
Sometimes it may be, I mean, half the time I've gone to Dunks. They've given me an order. They've given me an order that wasn't mine. And then I'm like, oh, this isn't what I ordered. And then I'll hand it back to them and be like, we can't take it back anyways. So like,
you know why that is? That is?
Yeah.
Safety issues.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's what it is.
Because you could it's like people are crazy.
It's
pour something
it's
in
a serve safe thing. Once I hand you food, that's your food. I don't care if you want it or not. That's your food. Eat it or throw it out. I'm not obligatory allowed to take that food back.
Yeah. But
that's
it's
why
not
I'm like, even the sandwich, when you go to Dunkies, yo, my shit's made wrong. They'll either tell you to keep it or
they'll remake it.
They'll take it and throw it right out in front of you.
Right.
You know what
I mean? They'll remake it. So it's like it's not really at a major loss to them. So like for you to get another coffee. So again, in that example, maybe just ask, hey, I accidentally spilled my coffee.
Right.
See what they say. If they say, oh, you got to buy another one, like, hey, I mean, you dropped your coffee.
Yeah.
You got to pay for it. It's a business. I don't know.
Dude, I worked at Dunkies.
Be careful.
I've done it. Guy grabs his coffee, turns around, drops his shit, turns right back around. Just looks at me dumbfounded, like, yo, I got you, bud. Don't worry about it.
Half
Like,
the time,
yo,
if you just
grab the cup, give me the cup, I got you. Don't worry about it. You know what I mean?
right,
Like, yo, I'll hook you up real quick.
yeah,
He
exactly.
didn't even
So
need to ask. She didn't even need to ask it. You know what I mean? A
right,
lot of times, it's how you react to the
what's
situation.
understood ain't got to be explained. So wait,
Exactly,
hold on.
facts.
Yo,
So I sent you the video,
oh, I got that.
so you can watch it.
Jimmy Butler,
Yeah.
Golden State Warriors.
He going to the fucking Warriors?
He's going to the Warriors,
Goddamn.
dude.
Oh, damn.
2 years, 2-year contract.
Yo, they're gonna be in heavy competition with the Lakers.
Agrees to 2-year. I know Crispy's like, dude, I have no idea what the heck is happening right now.
The only thing I know is the Lakers, dude. The Lakers.
Doncic
bro.
has the Lakers now.
Yo, that was crazy too.
Forget the Lakers, dude. Forget LeBron James, dude.
That's
Yeah, exactly.
LeBron James can lick my forehead. All right.
Now that
Yes, dude.
For the edited version, he can lick my forehead, bro.
my initial thought, like when he went to the Lakers, I'm like, yo, now people are gonna be saying, yo, they're gonna win. You know what I mean? They're gonna beat up the Celtics. This is it, man. You know what I mean?
But no one even knew about it. Not even the players knew that they were getting traded. They were just like, they
No.
just woke up one day and they were like, hey, you're getting traded.
Yeah, that's
Like,
how it goes,
dude,
bro.
what?
That's
That's how it
business.
goes.
Even Jason Kidd in the press conferences, and I feel like it was just what's the word I'm looking for? But like he knows how to handle press conferences. He was just like, yeah, like we just like understand each other. Like, dude, like your facial reaction did not say how you really felt, or what you said compared to what your facial reaction was were not the same.
Right.
They were two completely different things. Like you didn't even know.
Right.
And you're trying to tell me as a former NBA player, legendary player, if somebody were to do that to you, you wouldn't have the same reaction of just like, dude, what the heck?
Yeah.
Legally, they can't though.
No, I know.
It's
He's just the
written
coach.
somewhere in the contract that they can't badger or whatever.
yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? So at the end of the day, Jason Kidd need to act.
Well,
Doesn't
that's
matter
what Jimmy
his
Butler.
facial expression says, dude. It's his
Yeah.
mouth what speaks the words, bro.
Right.
You may
Well,
be
that's
tell
what.
that I'm pissed, but if I tell you I'm happy, dude, you gotta take it for face value.
Well, that's the issue that Jimmy Butler was going through. He
Right.
did not want to be on the team, and he vocalized it clearly. And the team was like,
Yep.
"No, we're not tolerating that. That you're suspended."
Yeah.
But yeah, so Jimmy Butler agrees to a 2-year, $121 million extension with the Warriors.
No athlete should ever be paid that amount of money. I'm sorry, dude.
Through 2026, 2027. He's on the Warriors. The Warriors need that because they're just injury prone beyond belief. But
Curry's getting older. Like he's got like
getting
ankle braces on him now. he can still play, but
he can still play.
He doesn't
but
have the speed that he.
yeah, and you got Draymond
He
Green.
had
You got all
before.
these people that are out. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
who do you have to play? Like they're getting crushed like every game. It's
Right.
like Steph can't carry them forever.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
has though for this long, dude. So they expect. it.
Yeah. But it's like at some point, like he's got to have somebody to either pass to or, just work with, because it's like, oh, we'll just double Steph.
Yeah.
You
Do you
guys
think he needs
guys are
to
running the
leave
bench.
the Warriors and go to a different organization?
I mean, I
at
wish
this
you would.
point?
I think that would just be cool.
At this point in his career, do you think?
Steph. I mean, like
Yeah.
to get like one more ring. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. If
would-
he wants
yeah.
to get another ring, if he is wholeheartedly out there to retire as a Warrior, like cool, like
Yeah.
stay. I think
Well,
I wouldn't.
yeah, facts.
I
bro.
wouldn't be
Have
mad
at
at that.
Of course,
No,
maybe.
no, definitely not. So I don't really watch basketball. It's too slow for me to really like get into. Plus I don't have cable. I haven't had the cable in like 15 years. But
Same.
anyways, it's I do know he's been with the Warriors for a long time. So I don't
I think
know
it's his
if-
only team too, right?
Yeah.
Got
Yeah,
drafted with
yeah.
him. Yeah.
It-
But
said me correctly, yeah, but I don't know. So I really can't speak. It was just general question of, do you think maybe his time's just done at the Warriors?
yeah, because you could, like I said, like I think if he plans on retiring with them, I think his vision is like, it's not worth for me to go to another team because I'm not at that capable level to achieve a championship.
Okay,
Yeah.
but will it hinder
But-
his legacy by staying there longer?
I don't
and
think so.
not
I don't
retiring?
think
You
so.
know- you
I
know
don't think
what
so
I'm
at
saying?
all.
You
I
know
don't
what I
think
mean?
so at all.
It will not.
Because I mean, he really hasn't. I would say, I mean, minus like the minor injuries that he's had, I don't think he's really deteriorated as a player. Like he's still chucking up threes from like half court and hitting them like it's nothing.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at Carmelo, like he's never won a ring, and like he's like extremely well respected, like no matter what, you know what I mean? So he's at that level, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I feel like Carmelo got out when he was supposed to get out.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. That's why I say like, so I think it's like two scenarios. I think, personal opinion, if he stays with Golden State, I think it's I'm reaching my end and like I just want to retire as a Warrior. If he feels like he wants to vie for another championship, I think he gets traded. I think
he's got one or two more in him with the right team around him.
And just get traded
again.
And
like I said, I haven't followed basketball, so take what I say with a grain of salt, dude. You know what
unless
I mean?
you can build around him. Like they just got Jimmy Butler, but he's an older player too. So it's it's kind of like you either need to surround Steph with some younger cats where they can run and gun, and then he can be open for the three. Or again, I don't know. That's just my perspective. I think you either kind of settle into heading into retirement and just end as a Warrior, always a Warrior, or if you feel like you're still up for it, get traded, find a team that's going to be a good fit for you to make a final championship run. You don't make it, then I'd be like, all right, I'm out of here. Like, kind of call it a day.
Yeah.
Give it one final run.
So if you did leave, would you say 1 year deals then? Or would you do
I would say one or two. I would do one or two.
Yeah.
If again, I mean, I'm sure they would analyze that very well and be like, is he up to, par for a championship run? Which, I mean, even the way that he's looking right now, I would say that he still is. He just needs the right people around him and healthy people around him.
Yeah. Say if he did decide to go, like, I would want to go to. I would want him on Dallas. I would say, or like OKC.
Yeah. Oh, OKC would be a good one.
Yeah.
Big Fat Mike just says, I was heavy into the NBA back when KG, Pierce, and Ray were killing it. That was one of my favorite teams. When they broke,
07, dude.
when they broke that group, I tuned out. Yeah, that was tough. KG's my favorite player of all time. Just in how he plays. I'm not here to say he's the greatest, but I loved him as a player, from the Timberwolves to winning a championship on the Celtics. That was probably my most favorite thing, because he was one of those players I was like, dude, this dude needs a ring.
Yeah.
He's like a legendary player.
Yeah,
and then to get it, I was like,
finally got it.
That's dope.
He reached the mountaintop.
Big Fat Mike says, are there any young guns who go get deep in the paint? No. To answer that simply, no. Seems like even the 7-footers shoot mad threes. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, no, it's an outside game now. It's
KG
not like
is
it was
for sure.
when in 07. You know what I mean? 08, 09, like
like Porzingis,
early 2000s. Like you had that inside game where people were dominant, like Shaq, Yao Ming. You know what I mean? You don't see that dominancy down low in the paint anymore. You just don't.
Oh, not even close.
Like Porzingis is 7-something. Like, why are you on the 3-point line?
Who's that?
Like even Luke Cornett,
Celtics, that white dude that shoots mad threes, but he's mad tall, and they don't make a big fucking deal about it.
Porzingis, it's Porzingis.
Yeah, all right.
And then like Luke Cornett, he's like 7 feet, but I feel like they don't play him enough underneath to be useful.
Yeah,
right.
Like, cause he does a good job. Luke Cornett is good, but like I feel like if they utilized him more down low, like he would be so much better.
Yeah.
Where he can do the power moves, he can go up for layups, he can rebound and put it back up. Like there's sometimes like he's under there and he'll throw it back up and like completely miss, and then he gets fouled, and he's like, and then he just stands there like, dude, how did I miss that shot? Dude, you don't even have to jump to grab the rim.
Right.
Like this should be cakewalk for you.
Get in there. I mean, obviously,
literally, I've seen him do it, because we got called for my job. We got to go to the Celtics practice court.
Yeah.
And they brought out a couple players, but obviously it was more of your bench players, and he was one of them. He literally just stood up and grabbed it and just stood there, and I'm like, dude, come on. Kendrick Perkins, I actually saw him at he was on one of my flights home one time.
Oh wow.
Recently, it was crazy. I was an intern at the Garden during that period. That's sick. And got to see KG live a bunch. I'm super jealous. Absolute beast. No one talked more mess than him. Yeah, for sure.
But he backed it up, though.
Bro. Oh, he 100% backed it up.
Every single time.
Every single time. But yeah, that's I mean, I'm glad Jimmy got a team though. I'm glad that hopefully that's a team that's gonna work for him. But that's great. That dude, the trade deadline is crazy right now. Just the stuff that's happening, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, man, appreciate you guys. This has been super cool.
It has.
Super dope. Super good. I want to say thank you. I want to say God bless to everybody that is tuned in. I want to say special shout out to Big Fat Mike. I want to say special shout out to my lovely wife. I love you, babe. Appreciate you. Everybody that has been tuning in, even this guy Lewis. Appreciate you, man, for just taking the time to check this out. Throw some comments out there. We appreciate you, bro. 100%.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Stay tuned. Got a new episode coming next week. Shout out to the team. Minds of One Collective Genius. Shout out to For His Glory. We appreciate you. Clothing brand,
Yes.
Christian clothing brand. Check them out. Check
Always.
out Have More Faith. But until next time, my name is Jay Faith. We also got, hold on, now say it.
Life.
And we also got
It's your boy Crispy, baby, in front of the camera this time.
Word. And this is the Right Mind Podcast. Big Fat Mike, God bless you as well. You take it easy too. We'll keep it rolling. And this is the Right Mind Podcast. We'll catch y'all next time. What's up?
What's up?